After one rotation in the women's all-around, Luisa Parente of Brazil has a lead, a 9.725. She scored that in the vault. And then we have a tie for second between the Lynn Fleury of Canada and Chelle Stack of the United States, both with 9.7s. Fleury's in the vault and Stack's in the bars. And Stephanie Wood, you might recall the last time we were with you, we had her routine on the uneven bars. She scored a 9.55. She is now in the 7th position, and 12th is Kristen McDermott as she posted a 9.375 in the vault. And here is the U.S. team. You can see Trent Demas along with Mike Racanelli setting up above. 14 women qualified for the women's all-around, 17 for the men. Trent Demas was in the all-around last night for the men. But Luisa Parente of Brazil has created a little bit of a stir here thus far in the women's all-around. She is the leader.
She started off on the vault, which is a very strong event for her. Scored a 9.725 there. This is a good event for her, surprisingly, because of her height. Normally, that's a disadvantage on the uneven bars, but she handles it very well.
She scored a 9.8 in the optional session on the uneven bars the other day, so we could be in for a treat here.
In this rotation, we have two apparatus, uneven bars and beam.
Nice front giant work. Here's her release move, a Jaeger front. She also has a second release move coming up right here. It's called a delta. It's a half twist into a front somersault. Again, nicely done. Very strong, aggressive swing. High, tuck double back dismount, and a very good landing.
She needs a 9.6 to stay on top. Earlier, Stephanie Woods was on the beam. We're going to go back and capture that for you.
Stephanie really was at a disadvantage. She had to go second up of the entire competition on the uneven bars and first up on the balance beam. Of course, scores tend to build as the rotation goes on. That's what the disadvantage is.
She had a 9.775 in the optionals on the beam. That was the highest of any woman.
Here's the most critical pass in the routine. It's two back handsprings to a layout. Right on the money. This is an event where she can really use her long legs, long arms to her advantage. The lines are long and beautiful. I'm very impressed with the way she's handling the pressure here. She's very new to international competition. We've said this before, it's a very difficult place to compete. It's very loud. There's a dismount, a round off, tuck, double back. And a very nice landing. Great routine for Stephanie.
That was 9.775 now. Chelle Stack on the uneven bars.
This is the part she missed in the optionals of the team. Front somersault right on the money there. Great. Giant full pirouette, setting up for a dismount. And a tuck double back. She got a little bit off on that one giant, actually hit the low bar.
Luisa Parente from Brazil had a 9.775. She needed a 9.6, as you said, to keep the lead, so she's still in first. Chelle Stack finishing strong there.
Chelle really is very aggressive on the bars. This is the Jaeger front flip, a piked front flip, and a great transition to the low bar. One of the things that's impressive to the judges is that she really rips through these giant swings. Great body position. She's quick on the full turn. Very assertive in all of her movements. This is impressive.
Chelle Stack. And so Stephanie Woods has done well in the second rotation. Chelle Stack waiting her score, but Parente still in the lead as we're in the second rotation.
So as we leave a hotly...
Two rotations of the women's all-around, and Luisa Parente of Brazil is still on top by 0.15 of a point. And for the United States, Chelle Stack and Stephanie Woods are just behind her. Lynn Fleury of Canada, not too far behind. The top three less than 0.2 of a point off of the pace. Luisa Parente, the veteran Chelle Stack, when you were last with us on the uneven bars, was given a 9.65, and now here comes Parente, 19 years old.
Luisa certainly started out on her two strongest events, the vault and the uneven bars. And this is an event she had a lot of trouble in the optional. She only scored an 8.65 in the team competition. So this is a critical event for her.
You're wondering that music in the background is the floor exercise going on simultaneously with the beam.
Her most difficult pass. Round off, layout, pike, somersault. Just one slight balance break. That's a sizable deduction there. 2 to 3/10 off for losing her balance. Dismount. Down off double bat. Oh, no.
Remember, though, she only needs a 9.3 to stay on top, but she's not going to be happy with that routine.
It's going to be very difficult to get a 9.3. Here's her first tumbling pass, round off, layout pike. Just a very slight balance break there. Here was the biggest deduction. Dismount is a round off double back. It's in tucked position, but right here she's short. She has to put her hands down. That's a fall.
Parente, the veteran of the Brazil team, #1 ranked in that country. She was in the World Championships in '89. 19 years old. She's a large gymnast, 5'5", 123 pounds. So Parente needed a 9.3, as we mentioned, to stay on top, as we're in our third rotation here in the women's all-around. This is Georgina Benitez. This is earlier, the Cuban.
We have really enjoyed watching her in this competition. So much personality.
Benitez is considerably down as far as the standings are concerned, but we're getting ready to watch Chelle Stack, who will be coming up on the beam, and of course she's just 0.15 of a point behind Parente coming into this third rotation.
And a tuck double back. She really has a nice future. Right now she's a little weak in terms of physical strength.
The coach of the Cuban team down here, Rene Sanson, has done a terrific job with these young ladies. He has a whole stable of young women with fantastic amount of talent.
It's too bad they're all too young to go to the World Championships in Indianapolis in September. Therefore, they can't even qualify for the Olympic Games. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more, though, from this team.
Benitez was given a 9.525 on the floor exercise, much better than Jimenez.